News correspondent Madeline Rivera is joining us with the latest on hurricane conditions. Good morning, Madeline.
Good morning, Rain. Yeah, just to tell you a little bit more about the conditions that we're dealing with right now. We've had rain all morning, on and off all morning, and wind gusts as well. And we've been getting these advisories, and they've just been getting worse over the last several hours. The latest advisory that we just got on our phones right now is that there is going to be a wind warning, and we could see winds here of up to 150 miles per hour. It's almost Category 5, so that is something that people here really need to be careful of for. And there's a tornado watch for this area as well, and as we speak, the wind gusts are getting stronger, actually. So, this is going to be a very dangerous hurricane. Officials here saying it's going to be a life-altering storm. I do want to give you a look at what the situation here looks right now. So we're on Canal Street, which is typically very busy, especially on the weekends. As you can see behind me, very few people out on the streets. Across the street, you'll see some stores are boarded up, and that's been kind of the scenario here in the city. People are really taking this seriously. The city's mayor had told people here to hunker down. The time frame to evacuate that passed last night. So if you didn't leave the city, then you have to shelter in place, Rain.
Madeline, I can see the winds are picking up as we speak. I'm sure a lot of people are wondering why no mandatory evacuation was ordered, considering that this is such a powerful storm.
Yeah, well, there's been a mix of mandatory and voluntary evacuations here in the city. So if you live outside of the levee system, then you are under a mandatory evacuation. If you live inside the levee, it was a voluntary evacuation. And that's because the city's mayor said they just didn't have time to issue these mandatory evacuations. And as we speak, you lost my hat just showing you how strong these wind gusts are getting. So again, speaking about those evacuations, there just wasn't enough time, and the city's mayor really didn't want people out on the road risking their safety as they tried to evacuate, and that's why there really haven't been these widespread mandatory evacuations throughout the city. It's been a little bit of a mix.
Now, you mentioned that you're on Canal Street. I'm sure that you've been out on the field speaking with community members, and we can't have this conversation without mentioning that today is the 16th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. So what are residents saying? What's their reaction to all of this, given this anniversary?
I mean, that's a tough anniversary, and a lot of people here still remember Hurricane Katrina. And so when they are dealing with this type of storm on that anniversary, it's an eerie feeling that people are dealing with. There's feelings of anxiety. And keep in mind, too, this is a city that has seen its fair share of storms. So they are taking this very seriously. Another thing, though, that city officials here want to point out is that the flood protection system that was rebuilt after Hurricane Katrina, they feel confident about that. So they say even though this storm is very dangerous, they say it's unlikely that they will see those types of conditions. But of course, again, everyone here still hunkering down and trying to stay safe, Rain.
All right, Fox's Madeline Rivera, thank you so much. I think we will check in with you a little bit later on the show. Stay